Hello, Cancer. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. I appreciate having you all here, guys. And I hope you like the table. I've already heard some good feedback from it and I continued using it, at least for now. I'm happy that you can see the cards, and I'm happy probably most of all that I don't have to fetch the cards from the floor. So let's jump into the reading. As usual, we're going to be taking a look at what's happening for your love life, your career and workspace, and what is the advice from the universe for you to best utilize the energy of the months. I will start with an oracle deck to get us the focus, the vibe, what do you need to know, and at the end I will post some messages from your personal interest to yourself. Okay, everybody take a deep breath and let's get started. Everyone, including me. Okay, let's see what we have for Cancer. That was quick. By the book. So the card by the book is reminding us that the legacy from the previous generations, from our cultures, from the global community, ancestry is important. It should not be neglected at this time, and actually you're asked to follow it by the book. I would just add that it doesn't mean that you need to follow everything 100%, but do not disregard it. Whether it's literally the rules of whatever it is you're doing, or it can be something that's been established, that's a tradition, maybe even a cultural stereotype, but you realize that it has some truth in it. So as long as it still speaks to you and you understand that it's valid, right? You're asked to follow it at this time. And maybe even part of your growth or discovery, amazement, will be that those things work too. Because we like kind of going overboard with going to extremes, right? We support something full on or we criticize something full on. And a lot of times we criticize what, our parents were doing, or even someone who is like 5 or 10 years older than us, how it has been 10 years ago in the world and what it is now. And we, for the most part, we criticize what people were doing. Like they lacked information, they lacked awareness, all of those different things. So this is an ask for you to have an honest look at what the situation is at hand and what that experience, that knowledge is from other generations or from the local culture at least, right? And see how it can apply, how it can help you solve your puzzle, whatever it is. I'm actually just looking at the puzzle my guests were busy with before they left, and there you go. That's a start, right? Gathering a puzzle, working on a puzzle of life. So let's see what we have from the tarot for you. Right on, we have death. We have 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. I actually saw it when I was shuffling. For the career space, we have 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Strength, beautiful. And the universal guidance is Ace of Wands, the Hermit, Knight of Cups. Wow. I'm just gonna say that the readings that I've done so far, and I've done a few already, and by the way, if you don't see all of the readings put up on the channel yet, it means that I'm still uploading them, but they should be there on the 1st of September, the latest. So what I wanted to say is that with all the readings that I've already done, I see this general thread by now that we are going to be asked to connect to our heart space and to step into the deeper connection with things, with people, with ourselves, really, with our habits, with our personality, with how we build relationships, what we have to give and to receive, right? In all of those combinations. Essentially, it's about the love, right? And you have the Ace of Cups here in the middle of your reading. It's about this cup of love. How do you fill up your cup so you can share with others, right? And I don't mean just for the sake of sharing with others, but that's how we build relationships. We give something, we receive something. And if at least one of the parties doesn't have anything to give, i.e. don't have their cup of love, right, their Ace of Cups with them, then it's just not gonna work. Imagine that, right? And you may try, if you feel like your cup is full and another person's cup is empty, you may try to pour something into it, but it's not gonna do much good. And you really will have a chance to explore those connections and what a healed cup of love is. Healed and unburdensome, unencumbered, let's put it that way, right? When you don't feel like you owe something to someone, including attention, time, love, right? Compassion, empathy, whether it's your parents, your siblings, your significant other, your children. You shouldn't ever feel like you have to give your love away, right? It should come from the heart spaces, like, I can't imagine it any other way, right? And you should feel the same way towards yourself, right? It should start with you. If you're missing you, if you're like, yeah, okay, well, I'll deal with it later, and you start with other people, not gonna work. So all of these are all part of by the book. And I'm getting, as I'm actually saying this, I'm getting that some of you will be saying, yeah, well, this is it sounds like a broken record. We keep talking about it. Obviously, I know that. But you know what? It's the same way as when we talk about self-love. A lot of people don't pay enough attention to the topic because they feel like they are already doing it. It's like, yeah, obviously, I love myself. But they don't actually do it. That's why the book is helpful. If you have an actual book, please read the book, right? What it means to love yourself day by day with the choices that you make, the small and the big, with other people involved and without anyone watching you. Are you exercising self-love or not? Big question. That's like the essence of it, right? And then let's just break it down now. When we come to love relationship, there is a sense of being tired of how things have been working and wanting to have a new plan, at least a new blueprint, a new roadmap, right? And there is a universal support for this for you with the death card here. It's a complete death and rebirth. And this is actually one of the more positive death cards from all the decks that I have. It is focusing on the rebirth part of it. And doesn't even have, it is at the cemetery. Doesn't actually have anyone dead or the death itself. Like, the girl is supposed to be dead, but she's also wearing white. I love it also because it shows like the yin and yang concept and the idea that nothing really is black or white, right? It's somewhere in between. And while you're figuring out what that new blueprint in your relationship should be, in your love life, remember those things that I've just mentioned. That's going to be critical for the recipe of success. The universe is on your side. It might not feel like that for a while, but that's because you need to do your part as well. Yeah, and you could be dealing with a Scorpio here, by the way. With a Scorpio or a Leo or a Virgo. Okay, for the career space, we have Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Strength. So this to me is like the happiest part of the reading, but then again, it still takes self-love and sharing that love with others, right? Because we have Three of Pentacles, it means you're going to be collaborating with someone. You're going to be working together in something big and beautiful, and that's why you need the strength. And I'm getting for you specifically, it's more of an emotional strength than anything else. And it's not even, like, a lot of times I'm getting messages that this is for people to feel like, to be resilient and to have confidence in what they do, to believe in it. for you, I'm getting it's more about emotional strengths when you get thrown off, when you're frustrated or angry or upset or scared, that you have the emotional strength to get back to normal, come back to self-love, to your heart center, and ground yourself, right? So you can start again or continue going, whatever it was that you were doing before, right? So remember that filling up your cup is not just important for your own well-being and happiness, it's also very much important for cooperating with other people. So success is very much like a low-hanging fruit here, but all you have to do, if you can think about it that way, is exercise self-love with yourself in that order, with yourself, with your higher power, and then with other people when you're working on with them, whatever it is you do, right? Whether it's your employee, your boss, your client, your partner, whoever. And then for the advice from the universe, we have Ace of Wands, the Hermit, and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, so this is, to me, this is reiterating what I've been saying, but it takes it a step further. So the Knight of Cups is really, look at, like, she is really like looking at her cup from different sides, right? Seeing the little details of the pattern on the glass, on the cup, and being happy about it, that she's got it full, that she's got that cup. It's very special to her, right? You're supposed to feel like that about your cup. Protect it, cherish it, right? Don't let anyone drain you. But also it's important as you keep your space to follow what you're supposed to follow. And that's where the big dilemma lies, right? Because you're supposed to be putting yourself out there and be following your dream, but also you're supposed to have those times of solitude where you can come back to you, where you can brainstorm some new creative ideas, where you can really discover what kind of potential you have more than anything else. And I see it with this lightning going through the lantern, right? It's like you're igniting that lantern. You are the light. You are the ignition, right? And yeah, even with this part here, with the plant and with berries, I get that a new gift will be uncovered to you. Something that you didn't know about yourself, that you were good at something, or you were able to quickly figure something out, right? It will come out like that. A new gift, a new skill that you didn't know you have, or you didn't know you were so good at it. That will be shown to you. So you can use it towards your passion, towards your dream. Okay, messages from Cancer's person to themselves. We have I lost everything? One wand, and please give me time. I've never felt this way before. So both nines to me speak of certain fear, right? One wand speaks of a lot of passion. It's another Ace of Wands for you. So your person has that Ace of Wands as well, which is a lot of drive, a lot of excitement, and sexual attraction, of course. But it was that, because it's so intense, there's also fear that, things will not work out successfully. Just know, if you can feel it from your person, just know that they've been burned before, just like you, and they want to do what they can not to mess it up, not to jeopardize it. So that's why they're being cautious, and maybe they look a little weary, or they double check themselves, or they take time to make decisions. It's because of this energy. So if you can show compassion and support from your side to help them through this, please do. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, at least let them figure this out for themselves, how they're going to cope with this fear to move forward. And they really do want to move forward. Okay, I hope this has been good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I'll be back with more readings very, very soon. Bye, everyone.